Happy Friday, everybody. I know I missed last week. Some of you may or may not have noticed, though, at the time that I was supposed to be doing my live, I was heading to Indiana to help out a friend. And that's the beauty of doing the hard work and doing what's necessary to set up your life so that what's important to you is the priority. It's not something that you fit in between other things. It's the thing that makes you happy. It's the thing that makes you feel fulfilled, right? Those are the things that we need to start making sure are our priority. And I've been now in personal development of myself for just over 7 years, like hitting it hardcore. Before that, I dabbled in it. We all have growth, whether we want it or not sometimes. Though I've been working on myself for 7 years. And in a way that seems like a long time, and in other ways, it's extremely short considering before that 7 years, I had 42 years of garbage or other people's ideas or other people's wants for me or telling me what I should do instead of asking what I wanted to do or desired to do. And so it really is a short period of time, yet when you buckle down and you make it a priority and you make it the one thing that you know is going to change everything, because no one else can change us. Yes, we can have some circumstances that force us to change, though to actually change and grow and become what we want, we're the only ones that choose that. We have to take the responsibility to be, then do, so that we can have the life that we want, to have that freedom. And that's something that I've always wanted for other people. As I've grown into myself, I've learned to realize that my desire, what I wanted, always had a tinge of somebody else's stuff in it. Or I would listen to some advice and follow it. Those people that tell you, hey, this is the way business should be run. This is the way you should be doing it. This is how it works. It's been doing it for years this way, decades even. Yet I wasn't checking in with myself. And for the last 7 years, that's what I've done. I've checked in with myself. It was not easy to begin with. Let me tell you, it's been rough. And I still sometimes have a problem taking the time to stop and look and really analyze a lot of the feelings and thoughts and beliefs around certain things. Yet by getting comfortable with being uncomfortable in that, I have learned that I can do so much more than even what other people have told me I could do. Because that was it. I was limiting myself by what people told me I could do instead of looking at what I could do for myself, what I wanted to do, what was in my heart for so long. Really got tired of listening to other people. And finally, it just laid down and just curled up in a ball and said, I'm done. And the last 7 years, I've taken the time to regain that trust within myself, to love myself, to understand myself, to understand what other people handed me, and be able to release that baggage and that weight. And last Friday, as all coincidences or miracles do happen, I was blessed with 2.5 hours to think. No interruptions, no dog to take out, no husband coming upstairs and bugging me for some reason because he needed a break from his own work. The child, of course, was at school, but it was just me in a car for 2.5 hours. And I got to see some wonderful scenery that I wouldn't have gotten to see the mist coming off the fields and the beautiful fall foliage on the trees that was still there, because I got blessed with that. There was still a lot on the trees. And it was smooth sailing. It was not much traffic at all. It was a beautiful thing. And for those 2.5 hours, thought about the past, connected some dots, and had some interesting thoughts, released some stuff. And by the time I met with my friend, who I hadn't seen in 2.5 years, thanks to this pandemic, even though we only got to see each other for a short time, it was so nice to have that hug and to be able to see her in person and share the vibe, if you will. It was amazing and wonderful and great. And even in that, it was an epiphany. It was a realization that we don't have a lot of time. We don't get to choose how long we're here. So we cannot let the fear stop us. We have to do, we must do what we desire, no matter how long it takes. And we don't do it alone. I've never done any of my stuff alone. Even my personal development is not alone. I have mentors, whether they come in a book or a course or a coach. I've got 3 of my own. I understand personal growth can be hard, though it can also be extremely fun when the hard work pays off. Because when we're going along, it doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere. I mean, we've got forward momentum, but oh my gosh, it's like hard. And sometimes it feels like we're going backwards, right? And then we go forward again and we make up that space and we go and we're going back and forth. But all of a sudden we hit a tipping point. We find that one thing. We find that one person. We find that one book. We find that one philosophy. We find our faith that we can believe that we can do what it is we want to do. And all of a sudden that growth goes from this to this. And I know for me, I'm right in that cusp of going up. And it's exciting. When you find that linchpin, if you will, to make the wheel go faster instead of stopping and starting as we build the spokes and make it so it's easier. It doesn't look like a square anymore. Now it's round. And all of a sudden we can push easier. It's that whole momentum of like the old pumps when you had to pump to get water out and you kept pumping and pumping and you felt like you weren't getting in there. And all of a sudden this big gush comes out, right? And you just got to slow down and just keep pumping because it's already there, right? That's what I've been doing for the last 7 years. And all of a sudden the water's starting to gush. And it's an amazing feel. And this is something that I want for you. Have you ever felt like you're right there and part of you is like, tired of fighting, I'm tired of, listening to that dream pound at me every day? It's like I've either, something's got to give. And when we share our goals, when we share that beauty that is our dream, we're going to have people that are in many different camps. We're going to have the ones that are like, are you crazy? Those are the ones that are telling you, hey, you're on the right path. The ones that are like, meh, okay, good luck with that. Those are the ones you can totally ignore. And then you got the people that support you. The ones that say, I got you. I know exactly the person you need to talk to. Or I have the tool that you need. I know I was blessed with that. I can look back in those 7 years and say thank you to Noel Turk, who began this journey for me. by seeing something within me that I had chosen to ignore, to let slide because I'd had too many people tell me I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy enough because I didn't believe it for myself. 7 years ago, she offered me an opportunity. And I took it, thinking, wow, I found community, I found home, I found someone that's going to do. Until about 4 years later, my friend told me, hey, another friend, beautiful Jennifer Price, said, hey, you coach all these people. You give all this advice. You've got all this knowledge and wisdom. You're awesome. You're great. You're wonderful. Why aren't you a coach? Can't see you doing what you're doing for the rest of your life. I'm like, you know what? I've always been doing this. Why not? That was 4.5 years ago. In that time, I've met some amazing people, met some great things, and yet still felt like I was missing something. Wasn't completely whole. And then I met a beautiful lady in a group, the Better You Academy, who introduced me to a networking group. And that networking group, within there was a lady, Colleen Biggs, with Lead Up for Women. Something clicked with her. I just liked her. I liked her style. I liked the way she did things. I liked the wisdom that she had. And just recently, I joined her coaching program. She's one of my coaches now. Because she saw something in me that I was beginning to see for myself. And she's expanded it. But she also handed me a tool 4 weeks ago, today, that as I began to use it, and within about 2 weeks realized it's what I was missing. It was the piece that I was missing. And now I can not only share my coaching, I can also share this tool with the world and have the best of both worlds. I can have both. I want both. And I can use them interchangeably to help the people that come to me for coaching. You. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. On the other side of this camera. You. I see you. I see the potential. I see your dreams. And I want to help you express those into the world. I want you to have the impact that you want, that you desire, not what somebody else tells you you should be doing, or, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. Why aren't you doing more of it? Yeah, we all have talents in multiple areas. Some of them are more than others. And that's what I want for you guys. I know I'm going a little long today on this Friday, but it's just something that I am so passionate about this now. And I'm only 4 weeks in. And as they say, you have to be a product of the product. And for me, it's half, if not more, of my coaching style now. And I'm so excited to bring it out into the world. So there's going to be some stuff coming soon. Because like I said, I found my linchpin to make my wheel go round. I should say wheels, because now it's like I found the vehicle for my dream to get out there. Because mine, I've said it before, I want to impact 10 million people. And I want to do it in the next 5 years. So by 2026, I want to say I got 10 million people under my belt. Now, am I going to do all 10 million myself? Most likely not. Though that's when the beautiful legacy kicks in. Because I help one person, and if they go on to help one person, it's 2 people. And then that person goes on to help somebody else, that's 3 people. That's the beauty of it. We don't always see the impact we have, the smile, the hug we give somebody, the encouraging word, the quote we post, the book we share, the video we share. ourselves that we share and give that knowledge to others. As I'm pouring into you guys today, there's others that pour into me the same way. So let's grab a cup of coffee, tea, or heck, an adult beverage at some point. And let's have a conversation about what you want, about what you desire. And let's unleash, let's unchain, let's get your dream from that little ball that we've either ignored or pushed down because other people told us, hey, that's stupid, that's crazy. What the heck do you think? You can't do that. Let's pull those dreams out into the light and let's let them grow bigger than our fears. Because I know that's what I've done. My dream is now bigger than my fears. It's just a little bit, I gotta admit, it's just a little bit bigger, but it's growing. It's growing every single day. And that's why I'm now in that exponential growth. So thank you. I know I mentioned a few people on this call, on this video, for catching the replay. Though it's still one of those things, there's a lot more out there. And I thank you. So we will see you on Monday. Be ready for some changes and some stuff coming from me because all of a sudden stuff is rolling and I am so excited to share it. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.